yesterday. Those were the legs.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I've seen some photos, and yeah, those are definitely my legs. I wanted to go in cleats up, so nobody got hurt. But yeah, that's me up there doing the splits backwards or whatever it was.
What was that like? That experience, finishing that thing off.
That was awesome. And I think just that whole run from the bullpen down to the top of that dog pile, I was just kind of looking around the stadium and just looking up to the sky. And I think I was running with my hands out like this and just trying to take in all the feelings and all the emotions that kind of came and culminated at the end of that game, not only throughout that tournament, but just kind of throughout this season. Being able to win that one and be able to play another day, I think that was just an amazing feeling, and I was trying to soak it all in. So that's a run that I'll remember for a while.
Are you guys playing your best baseball right now that you have all season?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can look back at the last month and a half, 2 months, and I think, we really started to play complementary baseball. We've talked about that a lot this season as a group. I think we've really figured out what that means for us. The offense can go out and score. It's the pitcher's job to go and hang zeros. And if they get off to a slow start, then it's our job to hold them and let our offense score first. And I think we're figuring that piece out, and we're confident in how we're playing right now.
You personally, when you came off the mound on Saturday and not knowing if you were going to throw again, I mean, what were the emotions like then and now getting a chance to pitch again? I mean, how excited are you for that?
Yeah, I mean, I think coming off that mound, the first thing I could think of when I was feeling was just like gratitude and looking around at however many thousand people were there and just kind of absorbing that all and the memories of the last 4 years. And I had a feeling that it wasn't going to be my last time, but I just wanted to take it all in because it was. Take a look down at Broderick coming in. You feel pretty good every time you see him coming down. So being able to keep on playing, I think, is something that I'm super grateful for. This thing, when it's gone, I think a lot of guys just yearn for the days where they can be with their teammates and play a sport that they love and represent a state that they love and a team that they love. And so to be able to do that again, I think, is something that I'm super grateful for.
How dangerous do you feel like that can make a team this time of year when you have multiple guys out of the bullpen that can go multiple innings and give clean innings?
Yeah, I think that's a big advantage for our pitching staff, especially. We've really carved out some roles for our guys, and guys know what is expected of them, whether that's coming in and bridging an inning and striking out a left-on-left matchup, like Grant does a lot for us, or whether it is going kind of extended in relief. I mean, we saw it with Tucker, comes in game one, goes extended relief, able to flip them back into a start. We just got a lot of guys who can do a lot of stuff for the team, and I think that's what kind of makes our bullpen and our pitching staff special, is that whatever we're asked to do, guys are going to do it, and they don't really care one way or another what they roll as long as they have to do.
It's the value of having so many guys back from last year's team that went through that regional experience. I mean, where do you kind of see the biggest benefit of that?
Yeah, I mean, I think last year you kind of noticed a little bit. You're going into a regional for a lot of the guys for the first time, and you're a little bit wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, and it's a big environment and against some name-brand teams, and it's a little shocking when you first get there. But I think guys know what to expect, a little bit more locked in and dialed into what it needs to look like when you go to one of these regionals. And I think for us, it's what we've been doing in the tournament baseball and in the Big Ten tournament, and what we've been doing this last month. Just staying focused on us and worrying about the next inning and the next pitch, and just going from there.
Going off of that, is there any sort of like a house money type feeling with just the fact that a week ago you weren't supposed to be here, you got a national title contender in your region, and sort of the pressure's not really on you guys sort of this weekend? Is there a feeling of that?
Yeah, I think for us, no matter what the scenario is going to be, we're going to be focused in on us, and I think that's something that no matter where you're at, where you're playing, who you're playing, is going to give you the advantage when you can keep all the attention and focus on yourself. So I think that's what we've done a really good job of. Obviously these past couple of games, but just this last month or so, I think that's not going to change going into the regional.
As a guy who grew up around the football program, does it get your attention a little bit when you see Oklahoma on the other side?
Yeah. You see Oklahoma, you see Florida last year. They like to go back to these big time football name matchups, I guess. But yeah, it's exciting. Obviously, I'm sure Kyle's played against them back in the day a little bit, so I'll try and get him back. We got to get one from last year.
Any more questions? Coach.